Hello, my gorgeous one, and welcome to this week's Angel Message. I'm Rachel Scoltock, and today we're using the Guardian Angel Tarot, and this is a powerful week. So, first of all, a question. Have you been noticing that maybe your energy is a bit lower? You've been feeling extra exhausted, extra tired at the moment? That's not a coincidence. I mean, there's a lot going on in the world and we've got to protect our energy at a deeper level right now. But there is this sense right now of exhaustion, and that's because we're going through such change and turmoil. We're having to process so much. There's a lot of energy and light coming in to support you, but at the same time there's a lot leaving, and you've been doing so much shedding and clearing as we're moving through this end of the year of the snake, beginning on Tuesday, the year of the fire horse, which never before have I felt this energy so distinctly of change coming. But of course, whenever there's a change, we're still healing after the change. We're still processing. There's still work to be done, especially with anchoring and protecting, really taking care of your energy right now. And one of the messages that angels gave me today was about being clear about where you're putting your energy, not wasting it, not allowing it to leak, and making sure you're focusing on the things that you want to grow and build and need your focus, rather than, just giving it willy-nilly out everywhere or just not protecting it properly. So we'll talk more about that as we move through. So let's get started with the angel cards for this week. And I'm working this week. I've got a event at the end of the week, Thursday for the US and Friday for Australia, and it's the Archangel Raphael Attunement to Open Your Heart, which is perfectly aligned with this big shift we're in right now, where we've got an eclipse, new moon, solar eclipse. We've also got a beginning of the new year. For the lunar new year, we've got so many transitions happening right now, and so perfect alignment is as you're moving away from sorting, clearing, letting go of what no longer fits for you, you now have to be in a state of receptivity and openness. And that openness is essential because you're now needing to receive, you're putting back in things that you want to align. So I know it's been really hard, harsh times, right? Especially for sensitive people. And what that can cause us to do is, one, we emotionally feel it, right? We feel everything so deeply, so you can somehow sort of guard your heart. You can feel like the heaviness building up of the pain that you're seeing out in the world, of suffering and things that you've been through, betrayals, heartbreak, heartache, grief. It's exhausting, right? So the heart chakra is getting on, and the heart center is getting a lot of different energy happening. At the same time as what you're putting out there, you give more than you receive, don't you? So the giving, that can start to make you feel kind of drained and in a heart way. So then that makes you put another layer of guardedness around your heart. Like, I just can't give anymore. I feel like I've got to shut down a bit. And the next level comes where you're trying to protect yourself from more heartache and pain. Maybe you're carrying other people's pain as well. And maybe because of everything that you've been through, you've just had a big kind of shield up saying, no, nothing's coming in. Well, what that does, because your heart center is the receptivity chakra. That's what I've always learned from the angels about the heart chakra, is the receptivity chakra. As a healer for over 2 decades, if this is closed, nothing good can really get in. And you might get dribs and drabs and then be like, oh, hang on, something was going well and then it just all fell apart. Or I started to get a bit of flow happening and then it screeched to a halt. It's all to do with the heart chakra. So what the angels want you to work on is opening that heart center. Not in a kind of way, but gently, and with the angels releasing what's blocking the pain, the betrayal, the exhaustion, the heaviness, the pain of the world, and then aligning it with the new energies coming in at a high divine level. So we're doing that on Thursday, Friday, on a 90-minute Zoom call. It's a channel transmission. I'm also going to teach you how to spiritually surrender, which is going to help with all of this and help you with your manifesting. And I'm going to teach you my divine love method so that you can open your heart in an instant if you feel yourself closing down. So I'll put the link in the caption. I wanted to get that out of the way because I think a lot of people think, oh, I don't know. But sometimes you've got to explain what's really going on right now. And as we align with this new energy, we have to be open to it. You have to be open to it. All right, angels. So what other messages do you have for everybody this week? It's very clear, isn't it? These cards are so beautiful. I get a lot of requests from people who watch my free masterclass, like which cards do I recommend? And this is one of them. So the first card out is the King of Water. This is all emotion. Did you feel emotional over the last few days? I certainly did. Like just as if emotion is leaking out, or you felt extra sensitive. Maybe someone made a sort of a sarcastic remark and it kind of got you, or you just felt a bit lonely or a bit low. It could just be emotional without knowing. This is acknowledging that. The angels are saying that right now, and they're saying your heart is who you are, so keep your beautiful heart open, but also you do need to protect it with light. You don't protect it with like guardedness. So it's okay to protect your heart. It's okay to nurture yourself. It's okay to respond to what your heart is asking of you, your heart's desires. It's a very powerful part of you. And I think many of us have been taught not to be so emotional, or you're too sensitive, or you're a sook. If you've been a sensitively and emotionally sensitive person all your life, I have. So here that the angels are saying, this is what makes you who you are. You're compassionate. Sensitivity is a gift. It isn't a burden. It isn't something wrong with you or a weakness. Look at what the world's been telling us recently about being sensitive to other people's pain as well as our own. So we want a world full of sensitive, compassionate, heart-centered people, don't we? We want more of those than the ones who are insensitive, cold-hearted, who don't feel anything, because they're the ones who are capable of cruelty and pollution and all of the things that we don't need anymore. So here the angels, what they're saying is, we love you for your sensitive heart. It's who you're meant to be. Use it as part of your toolbox of intuition, guidance, messages, and to receive the blessings that we are giving to you. I absolutely love this. Now, it's also reminding you with the big tree to stay protected. Protect and ground your energy. Grounding is a very strong protection technique. If you are grounded, present, I've got a free meditation on my angel library, Grounding to Mother Earth, and it pretty much teaches you how to ground on that meditation, but you can go over and get that. Even if you're out of integrity, your heart will tell you. And when you're out of integrity, you can't really manifest anything except through force. So, you are a trustworthy, light-filled, heart-centered person. That's who you are needed on the planet at this time. There's nothing wrong with you. So it looks like a week about heart energy. All right, angels, what's blocking us? Archangel Raphael. I can feel his energy coming in with this card. Now, here we have, this makes me laugh, this card. So we have this person sitting on a treasure chest, and they're kind of filing their nails. They're like, okay, I've got my treasure. The door is locked. The door to the angels, 444. Now, this is about resistance. It's about sometimes being frugal or tight, as we call it in the UK, or a sense of being kind of only giving a little bit of yourself away, like not really sharing who you are with the world, with your loved ones, with people who want to get to know you. And that's having an effect. It's kind of, giving and receiving is an energy balance. So sometimes you can overgive and then you're sort of completely shut down because you've got nothing left. So this is about the bringing into balance your giving and receiving, but also really noticing, where do you need to give where you're holding yourself back. You're maybe wearing a bit of a mask, or you're kind of holding something back, and you're not allowing. This could be in business, right? You're not really sharing what you have with the world. So how can anyone know what you have to come and buy from your business, or it could be in relationships where you're holding a bit of yourself back. And you can learn that. This can be a learned behavior. But this can also be about overgiving and leading to feeling like there's nothing available for you. So these are energies that you have to bring into balance. I teach my my ACP students about charging appropriately for your gifts, because if you don't charge appropriately, there's always going to be an energy deficit, and that actually starts to affect your income, so in a negative way. So what are you holding back? What are you locking away? Is it your heart? Are you kind of just not showing your heart to somebody who needs to see it? Okay, I love this because it's all linked in. Your money, your relationships, your energy, your health, all of it is, it all always shows you what's going on in your energy. So then we have this one as your guidance, and I love this so much. It's the 6 of Earth. What have we got? Oh, we've got a 4 and a 6. So 6s are about abundance and about money and about being in balance, remembering that money has a spiritual source as well as a physical source, right? So we sometimes say, your job or whatever, that's where I get my money from. But actually, it originates from source. And if you remember that, that opens you up to more. So this is about a windfall coming in, more money somehow arriving to you because you've unblocked this issue. So right now, there will be places in your life where you're overgiving. How can you pull that back? And right now, there are places in your life where you're not giving and you need to. Where can you change that? Your consciousness, your angels will bring that to the front of your consciousness for you to see. And that's going to open up new levels of abundance for you. Have you noticed that when you cut a cord, release something that doesn't serve you, get rid of some clutter out of your life, whether it's emotional, physical, whatever, that somehow something good comes in, because there are things waiting in the wings for you to make room for them. And whilst that cord is draining your energy and your time and your mental, your thoughts, that argument you've had with somebody, or that person that did you wrong, or whilst your cupboard is full of, clutter that you don't use and don't need anymore, the abundance or the gift or the miracle that's waiting to come in, that you've been praying for and asking for even, can't come in. There's no room for it. So when you clear that energy out, because it's dead energy, it doesn't serve you, right? If you've got a cupboard full of appliances that you don't use, that's energy that's not moving. It's stagnant. It's dead energy. It can't serve you. Then you need to get it out to make room. And so I know so many of you have been doing that. You've recognized year of the snake's coming to an end. I need to shed. I need to clear. I need to remove. Sometimes you've been doing it naturally. Now is the time to do those last, keep going, because anything that's not serving you needs to be in the bin, taken away. So, and that means there's energy that can come in. There also might be a calling for you this week to give. You might see a GoFundMe or a charity that you can give whatever you can afford to. Yeah, respond to that if it's an intuitive feeling. If you ever stood behind someone in a queue and they're like scrambling around, they can't find that final dollar or whatever to pay, and you feel that urge to do it, but you're shy, you're like, I hope I don't embarrass them or myself. If you feel that urge, do it. Just do it. Say, hey, it doesn't matter. Happens to me. And brush it off, but help someone out. That could be coming up for you this week. And don't worry, there's always a reward when you're giving and generous. But that's not why we do it. We do it because we want to be contributing to this love vibe. Remember, love is way more powerful than hate and fear. So we want to be, as light workers, contributing to the love and the unity and the peace and the better side of human nature, as we're going through such mega massive change and upheaval right now, because certain things are crumbling and certain forces don't want to let go of what they've been holding on to for too long. But we do that through guided action and love, and remembering to stay in our center and not be swept into the world of ego ourselves. So look out for that. Abundance coming this week. So open your heart to receive. And the outcome, how perfect could this be? The words are awakening. The timer is on its side. It's like time standing still. You're never too late. Right? You're never too late. Divine timing. This is a moment of awakening. This is a moment of where you can get intuitive realizations about yourself, about your life purpose, about your next steps. A lot of clarity, a lot of groundedness, a lot of ability to make those decisions and move forward this week. Definitely a sense of pivot. You know, for some of you, it would be like, I'm moving. I'm doing something completely different. And others, it's more of a kind of a click, 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 and getting you in the, just a few degrees of change that gets you in the flow and on the right direction. But this week is definitely about being in the flow and on the right direction. So we have an eclipse. So often an eclipse makes us feel like pause, right? A moment of pause to rejig things, to have insight. Pay attention to your dreams, especially this week. All right, my lovely. So I hope that you'll come to the Archangel Raphael Open Your Heart Attunement. It's going to be deep healing. If you've never experienced one before with me, it's experiential. You can feel the angels working on you, and it's very personal. It's a group event, but you will feel it personally. You should see the emails I get afterwards. So people, anyone who's ready for a shift, anyone who feels like I need some help with my heart, anybody who's ready to receive at a deeper level and has felt that energy of stop, start, why can't I break through? This is for you. And this is going to be a highly spiritual event. So expect information, channel messages, downloads, what you need. If there's anything else I can help you with, I still do private readings. Yes, I do a few every month. And Angel Communication Practitioner is open right now for enrollment. Go and get my masterclass because there's a beautiful offer in there if you'd like to join me and learn to become an Angel Communication Practitioner. Have a beautiful week. Happy New Year. And angel blessings, love, and peace to you. I'm sending you protection and love. See you soon.